I don't have any hesitation playing mother, or I could even play a father if somebody asked me to. I don't really give a damn. For me, I think the key thing is the script. Ma's song was like the ultimate, and Amir often jokes, saying, तब used to joke के यार हम तो लोगों को टिकट के साथ साथ टिश्यू पेपर का भी बिजनेस खोल लेना चाहिए, लोग टिश्यू भी खरीद लेंगे साथ साथ. तो आफ्टर तारे जमीन पर everyone was coming to me with आपके पास एक बहुत ही बढ़िया कैरेक्टर लेके आए, एक मदर है, उसके बच्चे को तकलीफ है, and I was like, आगे मत बोलना, आप बाहर जाओ, मेरे को आपसे बात ही नहीं करनी. So there was the whole Nirupa Roy zone of motherhood, which was this long suffering mother who Raju Hirani also took off on that in Three Idiots कि वो grow हो रही है. And then came the whole genre of the Kiran Kher interpretation of the mother. India में क्या होता है that menstruation and periods को लेके इतना एक अजीब सा taboo है, Himesh, which I just don't really understand.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. There's nothing as powerful as mother's love in this world. With Mother's Day round the corner, we are playing to the actors who played Supermom on screen. And today we have with us Tiska Chopra. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Himesh. I'm really delighted to be here.
With Mother's Day round the corners, what are your memories with this day in particular?
We had this like really peculiar thing that we used to do. We used to have, for my father, for Father's Day, we had a pen. So we'd give it to my father, and then every year he would put it in his drawer. We'd take it out and give it to him again the next year.
Okay.
For Mother's Day, we had a perfume. She would end up using it, and we would imagine, my brother and I, कि उनको याद नहीं रहेगा. So take out the perfume and give it back to her again the next year. So we did this for many years. I remember pen to father, perfume to mother, and this went on and on.
You played a mother in Tare Zameen Par, and I don't think there will be any single person who has not related to that character. It has gone down the history as one of the most well-written characters when it comes to mothers in Bollywood. And that character came to you in a very early stage of your career, that is 2007, in I think when you were in your 30s. So how did you first react when that character came your way?
I don't have any hesitation playing mother, or I could even play a father if somebody asked me to. I don't really give a damn. For me, I think the key thing is the script. That's the first thing I look for. The script has potent and powerful and something that sucks you in the story, because essentially we're looking for stories. You and I for that story to hear, to be part of. And I read the script and I was like, oh my God, I hope this comes to me. And when it did, I was deeply delighted. I think I was like 28 or 27 or something. I didn't have a child at that point. And I took on the part, and the kids were bratish. So Darshil and Sachet was Johan, Darshil was Ishan. They thought कि आई है, नहीं, they were all cast. So the father was cast, the two children were cast, but the mother was not cast. So I was the last person to be cast because they had not found the mother. So they cast me. Boys were harassing me. I swear they were harassing me. Uno में cheating कर रहे थे, कभी यहाँ पत्ते दबा रहे थे, कभी उसके ऊपर पर बैठ जाते थे. They would do some bunkum. So, what Amir's team had decided to do was put all of us in a room, and then they would say कि अभी Amir आएंगे. अभी कभी आएंगे वो मालूम नहीं है, but आएंगे. So we would be in the room for like 4 hours or 5 hours, and they would like send pizzas, or they would send like some muffins or something, and we would all like share it and chit chat, and we had like all kinds of board games. So basically they gave us a bond as a family. So for about a week, we guys for 5 hours hung around. So 1-2 दिन थोड़ी formality में वो बच्चे दूर रहे. तीसरे दिन उन्होंने जो cheating करनी शुरू की उनो में, I was like, ये क्या सीन है यार, ये इतने चंट बच्चे हैं, इनको तो मतलब I'll have to sort it out, नहीं तो मेरी तो shooting मुश्किल हो जाएगी. So finally there were some cushions and stuff there thrown around. So I put one cushion on them and sat on them.
Okay.
तुमने की ना, I'm stronger than you. Both of you put together, one single me is enough. No, don't. And the father was looking on aghast. Oh my God. Vipin Sharma was looking on कि ये क्या कर रही है. After that ऐसे सीधे रहे हैं वो मेरे साथ. एक मेरा left hand massage करता था, दूसरा मेरा right hand massage करता था, and they knew who the boss is. And I liked it.
But how would you define that character? Like if you have to look back 14 years down the lane, like it has been 14 years since Tarism, how would you define that character, and and the particular small peculiarities of that particular character.
Maya Avasthi was the character's name,
Yeah.
and I'm always thankful to the universe that sent such a wonderful character my way. क्योंकि इस तरह का किरदार और इस तरह की फिल्म किरदार तभी काम करता है जब फिल्म काम करती है. So the film worked and people were so emotionally connected with the mother and the family and the boy and everything, that everything worked. Ma song was like the ultimate, and Amir often jokes saying, तब used to joke के यार हम तो लोगों को टिकट के साथ साथ टिश्यू पेपर का भी बिजनेस खोल लेना चाहिए, लोग टिश्यू भी खरीद लेंगे साथ साथ. So I feel that the reason that character resonated so well with people was because the character has a very special and a very unique bond with her child. It's not एक जेनेरिक माँ बेटे का रोल नहीं है, एक स्पेसिफिक माँ और एक स्पेसिफिक बच्चे का रोल है. They have their own relationship, which Darshil and I did also have. We had a very specific relationship. And
you jumped from a film like Tare Zameen Par, which was so emotional in terms of each and every aspect, to something as light-hearted as Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji, where the character of mom had a complete different arc. Could you tell us something about that character, the process, and the reason why you came on board that particular character?
After Tare Zameen Par, everyone was coming to me with, हम आपके पास एक बहुत ही बढ़िया character लेके आए, एक mother है, उसके बच्चे को तकलीफ है, and I was like, आगे मत बोलना, आप बाहर जाओ, मेरे को आपसे बात ही नहीं करनी है. Because here it's like they stamp you.
Yeah.
I am absolutely vehemently against any kind of stereotyping and caging people in. I'm a very, very free soul. The minute you try and box me in, I will fly so far that you won't be able to catch me. It's just like one of my worst. मैं वो हो नहीं सकता. I'm too free a spirit. So something which was quite the opposite. And then Madhur came to me with Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji, and he was like, I don't know, after Tare Zameen Par, do you want to do it? I said, I want to do it. And he said, quite sexy, and there's quite a number of bold scenes, and there's Imran Hashmi, and I was like, sure, bring it on, why not?
In Hindi cinema, how do you see have the characters of mom evolved over a period of time, from say 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s to now?
So there was the whole Nirupa Roy zone of motherhood, which was this long-suffering mother who Raju Hirani also took off on that in Three Idiots, and then came the whole genre of the Kiran Kher interpretation of the mother. I think what happened is that the mother stopped being a block. She's not just a cardboard cutout. She's a flesh and blood character.
And just taking ahead this thing that you said, there was hostages wherein you played a mother who is a working professional, a doctor, and your character is actually on the run, who has to make the tough decision when family is on the edge. What drew you towards that zone? Because that's more like a thriller, and so much happening, so many conflicts happening, so much going on in your mind in that particular series. So
I loved the narration when the people at Bani J Asia and Applause told me about this character. I was like, oh my God, awesome. I love badass women. I don't like characters. So the Tare Zameen Par character is as far away from me as possible. If perchance I was given, I was personally put in a situation that Maya Avasthi in Tare Zameen Par is put in, I would tell the husband, आप बाहर बैठो, मेरे बच्चे को मेरे से दूर हटाने की सोचना भी मत. Don't even like go there. It's not gonna happen. I would not be that person who's gonna take that. But of course, it was written differently as a different kind of a person and a different kind of a woman. And my job is not to judge, but to empathize with the character, give dimension to that character. So in that sense, Hostages was far closer to me as a person, and I felt that she was so sassy. She was so full of punch, that woman. Dr. Meera Anand is one of my favorite characters.
And ma'am, recently you came up with your own novel, which speaks about motherhood as a whole. And I was just reading about it, and the author description says actor, mother, followed by producer, filmmaker, and everything. What was the reason behind, because usually author description is about your profession. You are an actor, but why mother is in, like, why the term mother in that thing? What was the idea behind it?
So the book that I wrote, it's a piece of non-fiction. It's called What's Up With Me, and What's Up With Me is a book which is aimed towards preteen girls. And India में क्या होता है that menstruation and periods को लेके इतना एक अजीब सा टैबू है हिमेश, which I just don't really understand. बॉम्बे जैसे शहर में अगर आप केमिस्ट के पास जाते हैं तो वो आपके सैनिटरी नैपकिन या टैम्पॉन्स को न्यूज़पेपर में रैप करके देता है. क्यों? 50% of human beings get their periods or should get their periods, and if they don't get their periods, that is a real. Yeah. But yet it is something which is discussed like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, kitchen mein mat jana, ye mat karna, wo mat karna. So I felt along with my editor Vidhi Bhargava that there's a big gap here. Something as biological and normal as getting your period becomes this big thing. I also felt it was opportunity because I have an 8-year-old daughter, so I felt that soon the discussion will be happening with her. So I actually wrote that for her. So I'm writing as a mother and as a friend, saying that, hey, listen, it's not an easy time to go from being a child to being a woman, and this in-between stage has so many. कोई कुछ भी बोल रहा है आपको about it. You don't really know why you're getting your periods, why hair is sprouting over your body, why you're feeling suddenly this whole emotional upheaval, and why you're getting attracted to people who were with since nursery class with you in diapers. अभी class is 4 या 5 में आके suddenly आपको ये बड़े attractive लग रहे हैं, and you're wondering why, like what's going on, why are they behaving weird, why your girlfriends are becoming like kind of frenemies, and this whole competition, and what is all this? Along with periods, along with your developing breasts and your changing body. I really wanted to demystify that and wanted to put some confidence in young girls कि जो हो रहा है ना बिल्कुल normal हो रहा है और होना ही चाहिए आपके साथ, and it's very good. So I've got a psychiatrist who's on board, I've got a gynecologist who's on board, so everyone's come together and written this book, and it's got wonderful doodles and everything for young girls. So it's written from the perspective of a mother, but someone who's also your friend.
Anything that you want to say for the mothers in India before signing off for Mother's Day, on occasion of Mother's Day? Most
parents with is that there's no rule book for parents. Because there's no rule book as to how your child's going to grow. What's going to happen with the child is a surprise on a daily basis. The child will have a tantrum, will have a mood, will suddenly shoot up, will have growing pains, will have all sorts of things. There is no definitive guide to looking after your child. There is no societal code about how, what, and particularly in the middle of the pandemic, parents are pushed against the wall. Who can match the energy of a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old stuck in apartments or stuck together long periods of time? I want to say, give yourself a break. Parenting is tough. They say it takes a village to bring up a child, and you're trying to do a nuclear family. Take the help of your mother-in-law, take the help of your mother, take the help of school groups. I'm so blessed that I have a wonderful school mothers group, the JPCN, ACOM and Standard 2 mothers group. They hold me when I'm out shooting. They work with me and they say, "Ye homework hai karwa dena, ye karwa dena, wo karwa dena." So please take the help of anyone and everyone that you can get, because you need it. You need help to raise your child. Don't try and be super mom, because you'll eventually end up doing a disservice to yourself. If you're unhappy, you can't raise a happy child. So please give yourself time, whether it is time to read or watch something. You can tell the child, okay, I don't want to deal with you right now, go. The old idea of motherhood कि मैं तो पूरी अपनी जान ही उस पे लुटा दूंगी. हाँ, हम सब जान लुटाते हैं. But keep some time to yourself. You owe it to yourself to have a bit of respite, follow your passion, do something that you enjoy, and your child will see that and start loving himself or herself as much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely talking to you, and looking forward to many more films, shows, and everything else.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for talking to me.